Thomas, first of all, it's great to meet you.
You too,
And
my friend.
Natalie, do you know that we have known each other this month for 7 years? I was going back at all our interviews that we've done over the years, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I get to see my friend again. So great to see you.
7 years. Wow. Time flies.
Here we are. And do you
Yeah.
realize, Natalie, that and actually, Thomas, you're going to get this question as well. Do you realize that you are scaring the you know what out of us with this particular film? I'm a chicken when it comes to scary movies. My mom loves scary movies. I am terrified. This one really did it good. So congratulations.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you. I am as well. I hate scary films. They scare me. I don't enjoy them. The adrenaline, I'm like, oh, there's too much adrenaline in my body.
I quite
Okay,
enjoyed
so
them.
you know what? So that's a good stepping off point then, Thomas. So if you're like me, but you know you're making this movie because genuinely in your eyes, and I don't want to reveal anything, obviously no spoilers. What do you channel? What do you feel when you know that you are portraying a terrifying person?
I think there's definitely like a stillness that is scary, that I find scary in other people. There's always that I think I try to use my eyes as much as possible. What's your man's name? Christoph Waltz in Inglourious Bastards. He had this like intense stare, and there was like such a energy coming from his eyes, and so I did try and channel that, and it's definitely like a knowing in the back of my head that you're not 100% sure of what it is, but you know there's something there, and so that makes people kind of uneasy. So I guess I try to channel that.
Natalie, what do you find most terrifying about this story? Your character Evie, she's brave. She just I'm sure you're familiar with the Lizzo song, Truth Hurts. There's your studio sent me a press thing, and it said Evie just took a DNA test. Turns out she's 100% that rich, stealing from the Lizzo song. I'm in Houston, so Lizzo's from here. I read that before. I'm like, what? Then I saw the movie. I'm like, okay, you go, Evie. How would you describe the terrifying elements of this particular story?
Well, I think the reason why this is scary is because so many people take these DNA tests now. Like, it's sort of like, you know, people give them as like presents to people for their birthday or for Christmas or whatever. And it's like this very, very commonly done thing. It's like, what happens when that goes terribly wrong? And like the worst case scenario of this, or one of the worst case scenarios of this. And yeah, it's the sort of scary nature of it is the fact that she's alone in a place with these people that are all in on this kind of production to entrap and harm her, and constantly be like, the gaslighting is so like, it's unbearable, you know, and to the point where she's questioning herself. It's, for me, like, that's what's scary. It's because I have interacted with parts of like being in situations where I'm like questioning my own sort of instincts, and it's terrifying when the worst case scenario, luckily most of the time I'm not left in any kind of harm, but when you really are, like, that's why this movie's so scary. And then they're monsters. It's like literal evil monsters, and she's just a complete, like, in a way, like sacrificial lamb in a way. So it's awful. It's terrifying because you can so understand how this could happen, even with the sort of vampire supernatural element to it.
Looking at you, Thomas. All right.
That is probably the scariest part, the gaslighting, being second guessing yourself.
Yeah, in the dictionary they should just have this title of this movie.
The Invitation.
The Invitation. For example, The Invitation.
In cinemas,
you don't know what
6th of August.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I didn't. Yeah, it's terrifying. Listen, congratulations to you both. Great to see you again, Ellie. Great to meet you, Thomas. And stay safe. And next time, let's do this in person, because I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. You both are just amazing. Great job, for real. Serious.
Thank you so much.
7 years.
I know. Happy friend anniversary. All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye.